They're all saying, oh, he's a nuclear power. It's like they're afraid of him. You know, he was a friend of mine. I got along great with him. I say, Vladimir, if you're doing, we're hitting Moscow. I said, we're going to hit Moscow. And he sort of believed me, like 5%, 10%. That's all you need. He never did it during my time, John, you know.
No.
They're all talking about it.
No, it's funny.
Why did he do this during the last 4 years? Because he knew he couldn't.
It's funny how she didn't bother you either.
Yeah, no, she didn't bother me. I told her the same thing. That'll be next.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be next. Taiwan will be next. You won't have any computer chips. They'll blow them off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
You won't have a
One of the biggest claims on the right since Putin's invasion of Ukraine is that there's no way he would have done so under the Trump administration. And now we know that one of the biggest pushers of that ludicrous argument, Donald Trump himself. In a video captured that only makes sense in our insane media ecosystem, Donald Trump is overheard talking to golfer John Daly about his friend Putin. Yes, Trump calls the authoritarian leader, quote, a friend of mine. But then he pivots to saying the reason Putin never invaded Ukraine under his term was because Trump assured the Russian leader he and his capital city would be destroyed. Which is it, Donald? Are you friends, or are you threatening to annihilate Putin and all of Moscow? I remember the good old days when friendships weren't marred by a constant fear of escalation of nuclear warfare and bombing each other's capital cities. This video was captured, as far as I can tell, by a random onlooker who just happened to hear the former president's voice ringing out over Daly's speakerphone. Trump goes on to talk about China and President Xi Jinping and how many believe that the Russian invasion of Ukraine is setting the stage for China to do the same thing in Taiwan. Many security analysts are concerned that China could follow Russia's playbook and invade that country. Trump says that under his term, the world had nothing to worry about. Quote, she didn't bother me either. I told him the same thing, he says, alluding to the fact that the former president really believes that with Biden in the Oval Office, that invasion is now on the horizon. Despite all these revelations, Trump doesn't seem too frightened or concerned, but more like a child bragging that no one is as good as he is. You'd think he might even feign a bit more seriousness. I mean, these warnings, if proven true, would literally be catastrophic not just for Asia, but for the globe. His confidence gives us insight, though, into his strategy for the next years, as many believe he is laying the groundwork for a presidential run in 2024. So far, that strategy involves fear-mongering about nuclear war, a war that only Trump could evade because of his relationship with his dear dictator friends. It's insane that we have video evidence of the former president talking on speakerphone about a current crisis he also had direct involvement in. That is then posted to social media for all to hear, and we basically all are just like, yeah, this tracks with Trump's behavior. We've descended so far over the past few years that the world we live in today is virtually unrecognizable from a more measured and responsible past. This is crucial because, again, nuclear warfare is very much on the table again, and any escalation of these matters could be fatal for an untold number of people. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.